live. Hold on. Hey guys, we are live. Welcome here into our space. We're Wine, Women, and Data Wednesdays. Myself and TC, we are here for you to give you some guidance into the space of operating your business successfully, being a very successful entrepreneur by using your data wisely. And today we're going to talk about getting leads with data. We're going to really dive into that part where how are you getting your data through market research and preparing for what you need to do with data later on, which is look at your analytics and your data on the back end of all of your social media and all those things we talked about before. But today, we're just going to focus on the beginning of data. My name is Allegra Jackson. I'm the marketing medulla, and I'm a business coach and marketing strategist, entrepreneur, many, many years. I love working with women entrepreneurs because, first of all, we are carrying the bag heavy, guys, but who saves the hero? I do. I really love to make sure that you have clarity in your vision, declutter your business, and also build generational wealth without overwhelm. But I do this by turning your vision into value. So if you have an idea and you don't know how to get that idea out your head and turn it into a tangible thing, I am that coach that helps you do that. I have TC here with me. TC is my partner of the last 3 years, child. We've been doing these lives for a while and just making sure we support each other with our clients. And if you need that support, TC is going to be the right hand in your systems and, of your back end stuff. TC, I'll pass it over to you.
Hey everyone, it's good to be here. My name is TC as always. I'm a strategy consultant and a business systems analyst. So today has always been beautiful. And why I say beautiful is because we're going to talk about data. And when it comes down to TC, I'm always helping SaaS, nonprofit, service providers, to scale their businesses with systems, smart processes, and most important thing, smart data. Now, when we talk about smart data, we want to talk about market research, right? And that's basically what we're going to be big on today. Before we get on, Allegra, I need to plug this in. Before we get on, y'all, you need to go to my previous post, okay? Yeah, go to my previous post, okay? I have something that I want you to go click on. Just scan on it, scan on the flyer, and then register, and then put it to your network, share it out, okay? Don't miss out on the holiday systems bootcamp because you need it. But before you do that, let's talk about market research, getting leads, reach your data. Over to you, Allegra.
Absolutely. Thank you, TC. And y'all, listen, go get TC's services, her products. Everything that she offers is amazing. And sometimes we miss out on things because we just don't get into the spaces where we get that understanding, that education. So I'm telling you guys, I even love the fact that she calls it an academy because you better be learning about your business. All right. So let's start with data research, market research. How many of you raise your hand before you got the system, before you got the software, before you tried to get the marketing strategy and the email campaigns up? Raise your hand if you did your data market research. Put it up a little higher. Okay. All right. Because the truth is, myself and TC are speaking, we know for a fact that most people, at least 90%, do not actually do the data research before they actually start marketing themselves. So the problem that a lot of people are having is that before they even get into, before they can even assess and understand what they're marketing, they don't even know why. Because they haven't even looked at the data yet to see, is there even a market for my business? Are there enough people in the market? Okay, there's 8.7 billion people in the world. I can't serve the world. I can only, I'm just saying, y'all, I know there's not, but I can't serve the world, right? So if I'm looking at all these people, right, and I'm like, but I can't reach everyone, I need to find out who I can. Can I reach people in Canada? Can I reach people in Dubai? Can I reach people in India? Or can I only reach people in the United States? And if I'm reaching people in the United States, who am I going to be able to target right now that actually already is buying what I have to offer or desires what I have to offer and they just don't see it in the market yet? That's where you come in, because you've already done the data, the research. Now, if you don't do your market research, then you will never receive the data that will instruct you on what to do next. So what happens, and I'll end here because I know TC can take it and run with it. What happens is we fail to do the initial market research, which gives us the data / information that's going to allow us to make the decision on what app you need to use for your systems and your CRM. And it's going to also tell you what kind of audience you need to attract, right? When you do your data research, it's going to allow you to be so clear-minded and confident about who you're actually speaking to, because your messaging is going to already be in alignment with the audience that is already speaking that language. So if you don't do your data research, then guess what? Everything else afterwards, the data is going to be all wrong. When you go on your social media accounts and you start saying, oh, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, we're like, it doesn't matter. Don't even look at the algorithm. Don't even look at your analytics, because if you didn't do your market research, then you're already starting with the wrong data. I'll pass it over to you, TC.
You know, Allegra, I love that you're talking about this. And if you're listening right now, even if you're catching the replay, I need you to understand something. It's okay if you feel like market research for your business, wherever you are right now, is a waste of time. It's okay. But I need you to remember that whether you start now or you choose not to start or you choose not to do it, you would always go back to it. Because the more you run away from doing this, the farther the success that you desire. It's like you're pushing that success away. So I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that if you like run away from it, you still come back to it. That's my point. Right? And so it's fine if you feel uncomfortable. But the earlier you start to understand that one, and I'm just going to be very honest with us, right? And I say us because it took me that understanding to be clear about what market research does. I'm going to give you a vivid example. I had somebody reach out to me, and I say somebody because um I didn't sign them up as a client, as a consulting client. No, I didn't. So somebody reached out to me, and then they'd be like, oh, TC, I wanted to sell this. And then I said, okay, fine. They had the community, they had, yeah, community, all of those. But I said, how do you know that this is what your community wants? Like, how do you know? I said, do you know who exactly is in your spaces, like your social media channels, your email list? Who are these people? What do they want? Now, these are like the little research that it's very important that we do, and we are very clear about all of these things. Now, so many a time we feel, oh, it's going to be a waste of our time. Some people be like, oh, it's very expensive. It is everything and more, right? Aside from the fact that it is a waste of your time. You see that part? I will be like, hell no, like big no, 100% very big no. It is not a waste of your time. Okay. Yes, it is expensive. Yes, it's going to take so much time. But no, it's not a waste. It's very important. You know why? Because so many of us feel like we're going to run away from doing it. We're going to escape doing it. But then we forget that maybe two years down the line, 1 year down the line, you just realize that why exactly did I waste my time when I have been working with the wrong set of people? I have been talking about the wrong things. Nobody is buying because see, nobody is buying not because your content format isn't perfect. Nobody is buying because you're selling them the wrong thing. Now, how do you know what these people want if you never even did your research? Now, so many of us think that market research is 2 days, 3 days. Listen, market research, that's why it's tiring. That's why it is expensive, because you need to go deep down. And you know the beautiful part? Once we eventually do it the way we are meant to do it would serve you for years. That's why people build sustainable income and generational wealth from the skills, their God given skills, that same skills that you have, that you're not able to make money from. Other people are making money from it. You see the difference? It's the research that they did. It's the fact that they realized that for my research, the people I want to work with are on LinkedIn. And from your own research, you want to copy me, and actually your people are on TikTok, but you want to copy me because you think we do the same thing, right? And that's where we miss it. Okay, so it's very important. I'm just going to plug that in, because I know so many of us would say, "Oh, it's just a waste of my time." It's okay. I'm not saying don't say that. Say it, do it, but you will still come back to it. Let me just plug that in. You will see come back. You will see eventually need it. Yes.
Come back. It's gonna slap you back.
Okay, slap.
Because I've been there.
Okay, that's the word.
Right? I've been there, guys. I've been to the place. I've been to the dark space where you are just excited about what you're doing, and you're not even thinking about the market research. You're just like, I'm just gonna go out here and tell everybody about this amazing product I have. You don't even know what they even need. You don't even they haven't told you nothing about needing your product or even thinking about your product, but you all up in people's faces like, hey guys, I have this amazing product, I have this amazing service, bye. And then people are like, okay, cool, right? And then you get discouraged because no one is chasing you to buy your product. Why? Because you're not targeting the people who are ready to buy right now. You're not targeting the people who are like, oh, okay, yeah, like I go on TikTok because I look for those things to buy. I always look at the avenues of social media because it's just social media, guys. Like, it's not the whole pot. If TikTok, because I'm gonna tell y'all, because I'm doing my research and I know TikTok is in conversation with U.S. investors and blah 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 blah. We know that if the U.S. buys TikTok, they're gonna have a U.S. version of TikTok. Okay, because ByteDance owns all them companies, and TikTok is a very small portion of ByteDance, so they're not worried about losing TikTok, guys. Now, all you content creators out there that are holding TikTok hostage like it's your whole business, that's gonna be a problem for you. That's going to be your problem, because what happens is all those followers and people that are watching you on your lives every day, and all these people that, and I got people on Facebook and they're like, yeah, my community is there. And I go, how do you know? And they go, oh, well, I guess it's just like using it. And I'm like, yeah, because you never did any market research to actually see if what you said in your head was actually true. We have to be careful about the narrative and who is speaking when we are making decisions for our business. I'm going to tell you guys, you got to be responsible in your business. Would you let someone walk into your business and just start making demands and telling you, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that, right? Without you checking, balancing, right? It's the same way when you don't do your market research and you just start operating your business. You are the ignorant employee. So we don't want you walking into your own business not knowing that you're starting it off on the wrong foot. You got to attract the people that actually are ready to buy from you. And the way you can do that is by actually doing market research. Now, if you find that market research, meaning that you go to ChatGPT and you say, because my ChatGPT, her name is Sage Soleil. Okay. And me and Sage, we talk every day. So I don't know how much y'all talk to y'all AIs. We talk every day. And I say to Sage what I need from her. She tells me responses. I tell her to look up this. She gives me responses. I tell her to research that. She gives me responses. By the time I'm done with chat, right, or Sage Soleil, I may go to Google and I may be like, you know what? Match this up for me because Sage said this, but I want to see where you have this information, right? And I may go a couple social media accounts and I may actually look it up. The point is that market research is based on how many avenues you're getting your information and how much that actually adds up to the fact of it. So if you say that everyone wants the product that you're selling, or people are ready to buy what you're offering, tell me the data in your market research that proves that. If you cannot prove that there are a certain number of people that are either interested in buying from you right now or are ready to buy from you right now, then starting the business for that audience with those products and putting a whole system in place behind it is just a waste of time and money. So I'm saying that to say, do your market research first so the data doesn't destroy you. I like that. Okay, I'm out. I'll pass it back over to you, TC.
I like it. I like it. So do your research first. So do you know that so many people have literally lost their livelihood? Some people have lost the sense of living, all because of wrong data, all because of wrong information, all because somebody somewhere actually maybe manipulated the data, manipulated the research. We want to make it fast, sharp, sharp. Let's do it very fast. Oh no, why is this taking 3 months? This should literally take 2 days. Oh, the data you're going to get for 2 days? Really? Lego is laughing. The data you're going to get for 2 days? See, if listen, it's not stupid. And when you see this big companies, organization pushing out research tools every now and then, it's not because they have so much money. It's because they will make so much money back. You see the logic? You'll be looking like, oh, I'm spending so much money. They be looking at, oh, I'm going to get more money back. So you'll be like, want to keep time, save, this, save money. You want to save money. Think about how much you would make when you then figure, okay, picture it this way, right? We're talking about getting leads with data. Now, let me put your mind into this perspective where you've invested in the right market research, okay? You've invested in the right market research, say maybe for 6 months, you just started off, right? 6 months, some people 9 months, some people a year, some people 2 years. Listen, it's quality we're looking at. Everybody might feel, oh, so, you're wasting time, you're wasting money, just go write it. Just so you, if you go into the market blindfolded, you will come out of the market bleeding. But if you go into the market with your eyes open, you will come out of the market confident, in control of the market. So now the question is, how do you want to take charge of the market? Bleeding because you went in blindfolded, or confident because you went in with your eyes open? How do you want to do it? Now, there is quality when you take that time, when you put in that investment. See, I wanted to give an example. So say now you were able to do your research, the quality one, and then you realize that your market is in, maybe say, I'm just gonna give an example. Yo, don't say TC said the market is somewhere. No, I'm not trying to vouch for any. Do your research, okay? Do your own research. Don't say TC said. I didn't say nothing, right? Now, say for example, your market is in, you did your research and you realize that your market is in, maybe say TikTok, okay? For example, now you know what is going to happen to you. You're going to invest your time, your energy, your money, focusing on that platform. Now you're also going to leverage that opportunity in making sure that every single thing about your audience about the data, about the algorithm, about the policies of TikTok. You're smart about it because that's where your focus is. I bet it with you, you will grow faster, 5 times faster. And I'm so exact with my figures. You will grow 5 times faster as somebody who just said, I'm just going to be in all of the social media platforms. You don't know where the clients will come from. See, they would stay years still trying to figure it out. Or maybe somebody who is trying to copy the next person. They're going to stay years trying to figure it out, and after a while, they'll get exhausted. But you are evolving. And so if tomorrow you see, okay, you know what? I kind of have evolved and TikTok is still my place, but maybe I just want to top up and do maybe high tickets, blah, blah, blah. You are now, see, the foundation has been set, and it's been set clearly, strong. There is no way you're going to make a mistake. And you just keep making more money, more connections, hitting the right spot. But if you start with the wrong data, say because everybody is trying to get exposure, and in your head you think that exposure equals to the number of followers. People, you might have 1 billion followers, but you have zero visibility. That's because you're following a certain fraction of wrong information. And at that stage, what will happen is that you will keep selling to the wrong people. Because see, so for somebody like me, if you come with maybe like TC, build me a structure, right, around my community. Because my community be like my post, comment on my post. I'm going to build you the structure. But I promise you, you're not going to sell nothing if that structure that was built was on a wrong foundation. Because what I just did was build a structure around the wrong people. Now, are you going to blame me? And what I did a perfect job. I've literally consolidated a wrong thing for you because that foundation is wrong. Your audience is wrong. The people you're attracting are wrong. They don't want what you have. They only are fascinated by the videos that you push out. And that's all they feel. It's not like they're your people. They're just hyped. So do the research. Do the research is very, very important. Okay. Allegra, when Allegra wear those glasses, you know something is up.
Girl, my thinking cap is on. I'm trying to hold back, and Jesus, keep me close. So the reason why I'm so first of all, I'm very excited for you guys to listen through these live streams. We have done a plethora of live streams over the last 3 years, guys. So I am rebranding, and I will be taking a lot of this information. TC has already shared it on her LinkedIn and all of her socials. But just to hence, moving forward, I want you guys to really tune into these lives. And if you don't get to join us here, then you can join us on the back end where we share it with our companies. I do want to say this: what you're saying, TC, is so pivotal because the data that we receive is going to allow us to grow. And sometimes we think that we have to hit the ground running when we start the business, when essentially, and this is what I do with every single client I work with, guys, it doesn't even matter if you've had the business for 10 years. The first thing we do is start with market research. I don't care how long you've had the business. I also ask a very clear question every time we start in our first session. Do you have a business plan? Now, these things are not things that everybody has. Some people are like, business plan, you ask for days and you'll never find people with business. No, people that are serious about their business and people that are ready to actually implement, right? And do their research, do a business plan, because they know that the bank is going to want one to give them money. They know that investors are going to want one to give them money. Like I literally just spoke with the chair of SCORE. I don't know if you guys get free mentors from SCORE, but we were just having a conversation over the phone, and I'm telling you guys, the things that I'm hearing from what people are actually asking for in business I'm like, listen, guys, y'all really have to do your planning to get the actual data that's going to move you forward, because there are so many resources for you guys in the planning process. But because you don't want to sit down and actually think, who is my audience? Who needs this product? Where are they located, right? Doesn't have to be a full business plan. But if you don't sit down and do that data in the beginning, guys, what's going to happen is that you're going to get so frustrated by the fact that you are spinning your wheels. So do not hit the ground running. Start with research. Start with support. So that's why we say, even if you have been in business for a long time, guys, if you feel a little stuck, go back to the drawing board and start where you need to get support first. Because if you feel overwhelmed, you're never going to do the research to find out who you need to serve or what's out there in the market. And I know I'm pressing this into your heads because I don't think we get it. I run into so many individuals who are, I want to start a business. I want to start a business. Tell me how. Tell me how. I want to market my business. I want to market my business. Tell me how. Tell me how. Listen, I'm a coach. I'm going to tell you how. It is your job to do the work. So a lot of times when we get into this space, guys, the reason why I'm emphasizing it is because what stops people from doing the work is because they never did the research. So even when people say, well, I'm a little stuck here at 10 years in my business, that's where I go, where's your business plan? That's where I go, did you do your market research? Did you actually go online and actually see where people are right now and where you need to go to find them? And this is just like, when you have the idea, before you turn the vision into value, you got to know what the value is. You can't imagine something and then miraculously say, I got 100 people that want to buy, if you don't know. It's a fantasy. So I want you guys to really take your data seriously and start where you are with just research. And then once you get enough information, then you can implement a little bit, okay? And that's when you start coming to myself in TC and you say, hey, I did my research. I know this is what I want to do. I know this is the type of business I want to have. I know these are the products that I kind of want to sell, but I need to know how to put this in a system. I need to know how to make this a business. That's where we come in. Not, hey, how can I help you? And, yeah, I just want to, I want to market to people. I want to get all these sales. And it's like, did you do your research? So I stopped there because, guys, I want you to come back for these live streams. We're going to do them we have them every Wednesday at 6 p.m. But I want you to also get in our DMs and ask us questions, because a lot of this information, guys, you're getting right now, and I know it may be a little triggering because nobody likes to do work. Everybody hates work, right? That's why we quit our jobs. That's why we leave certain things. Because I don't like this work. But the work in your business is for your freedom and your peace of mind in the future. It won't last long, guys. You're supposed to actually do this mega research and do the work so you can pass it down. And you don't want to pass down no crap. So let's get it together and let's start actually doing our market research to get the right data. I'm done with my spiel and I'm getting off of my throne. I will pass it back over to TC so she can end it, and we will give you guys some call to actions to connect with us, and we'll see you next week.
So I'm going to end with this. A lot in the past 7 months, I think I put this in my Instagram stories. In the past 7 months, I've realized that, in quotes, seasoned businesses, have lower success rates when it comes down to getting funds. And I see a lot of the new businesses getting more funds than the, in quotes, I've been in business for 1 billion years. And ask me why I know this. Because, so in the past 7 months, I was saying that I've actually done about 6 financial projections for a good number of businesses that need funds. And there's this client that recently got, I think hers was 25,000, and she sent me an email. It was early this week. She sent me an email and she's like, oh my God, this year I got them, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, that's because you did the right things first. So many of us think that oh, making money in business is a bit, it's not that easy, but understanding that we can also use other people's money. We talked about that as this series that we did, using other people's money. While you wait, miraculously, people are getting all of this money, 20,000, 50,000, this thousand, this thousand, this thousand. Babe, and you're there. How many thousands have you gotten? You are still chasing all the clients, chasing all the sales. I promise you, y'all, listen, if I haven't seen this thing, then I won't know what to say. I mean, this last one that we did, it was when she sent it to me, like I saw the email, she sent it to me. I'm like, I wish I can share this, but obviously it's not my business to share. So I'm just like, oh, congratulations. But it's important that you know that when I was doing her financial projection, it was easy. I was happy doing it. You know why? Because I had all the things that I need. So it's easy. It was so easy for me to help her win. Now tomorrow I'm going to say, oh, I made a client this amount, and so I'm happy with myself. But girl, she did it herself. You know why? Because she's done the groundwork. All she just gave me was the information that I need, that created the financial projection that she used to apply for the grant, and boom, she got the money. Right? So at the end of the day, why do we still run away from what is super important? What we would always still come back from. I mean, you can run, but for how long do you want to keep running? Stop running and start doing things right. And that's where I'm going to end. And for my call to action, I'm very big about trainings, information, data. I'm very big on those because you would save me all the time and all the headache when you understand this concept, when you understand these things. And so it's not necessarily that I'm doing it for you like that, but I'm doing it for you. But at the end of the day, the smarter you are about your own business, the easier it is for people like myself and Allegra to help you get results. You understand the logic here? That's the logic. So that's why we have the 2-day holiday systems bootcamp. You just go to the link in my bio and go sign up. Thankfully for you, it's free. Okay, it's to end the year. Yeah, I know. I like to be like looking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, that's because we're doing end of year, end of year giveaway. So that
Y'all better get into those programs. I don't know how many times.
you people would not say Disney did not give you anything. I'm giving you this one now.
Listen, and sad part is that a lot of people take free for granted, right?
That's the thing.
And
know.
that, I mean, I even take free for granted. I see something like, oh, it's free. It feels like it's just too available, right?
Yeah.
But this is why it's so important for you guys to know when you come into our lives, we're not just giving you crap. We're really giving you value that you can grow through. Just from what you're saying, TC, we'll end with this, but you're right. People are funneling funds into their business because they know the money is out there and they're finding it. I'll give you an example. I actually coached one of my recent clients. She got accepted into Accelerator program, which offers grants for coaching and social media. So what did she do? She hired a coach and she hired a social media manager, right? She didn't pay out of pocket. So, working with these type of companies, it's completely advantageous, right? So I want to want you guys to benefit from being a part of those things. If you are, because grants are competitive. So if you're not getting the grants that you're applying for, it's not that the money's not available. It's just that it's competitive. If you want, write your own grant. Go to ChatGPT. Listen, y'all, this is going to piss me off after saying this, but I feel like this is so simple. Go to ChatGPT, okay? Tell it to write, how do I write a grant? Okay, what are some accelerator and grant programs available to me locally that I can apply for right now in my neighborhood? What types of funds are available in incubators and opportunities that I can actually get money from other corporations to, support entrepreneurs or whatever? This is just my journey, guys. And then I want you guys to start thinking about this because money is energy. It is not a piece of paper. If it was a piece of paper, then it would be worth what it's worth. $1 ain't even worth $1. A penny ain't even worth the cup that is made with. So I want you guys to understand that if you are looking, like TC said, for grants, one of the resources, guys, if you're looking for something right now, is Skip. I'm going to get Nysa to come over here and drop her link because she has a referral link to that. But Nysa sent that over to me because she said, well, I applied for a couple grants over here. I want to share it with other people. Now, most people will be like, okay, that's cool. And they will never even apply. It would just go, oh, okay, nice. I want you guys to start actually applying for the money you desire and deserve, so you're not struggling to try and hurry up and find somebody to sell to. This is also part of your problem. So we're going to talk about that in another conversation, but you guys, I love how TC ended it with, really looking for the value that you deserve in whatever monetization area you can, whether it's social media, whether it's from your clientele by selling products and services, whether it's from doing business with the government, getting government grants, getting grants in general, whatever it looks like, your job is to keep the money rolling through your business. Otherwise, you just have a hobby. All right, we're done. I will see you guys next week. TC has an offer for you guys. If you guys come into my DMs, I will give you over 80% off of my coaching programs. I only have 11 seats left because we are rebranding. So I don't want you guys to actually think that you can just jump on in there. I only have 11 seats left. That's it. And once that's done for the end of the year, and that's over and done with. So get in there because you guys know how my prices can be. All right. Love y'all. TC, I'll see you next week. And y'all take care.